This is our entire men's launch in under 90 seconds. Start the timer. Starting off with our Force Renew Zip Hoodie. This is an oversized drop shoulder fit. Comes in 4 colors with our new Force logo. The inside feels amazing. Next up is our Power Tank. It's intentionally textured to help hide blemishes. It's extremely tight and compressive. I'm wearing a size extra large. This is our first ever true compression, and it also comes in a short sleeve. This is what the short sleeve looks like. And another feature that we have on both items is a ventilation mesh going up the armpit and on the arm. First bottom, we have our Force pant. I'm wearing a size medium. We have zippers on both sides, zippers at the bottom here, stretchy fabric, new Force logo. This is the Agility hoodie, and it's the best running hoodie we've ever made. This Sunfade bum set is the most luxurious waffle knit you've ever felt. You have the logo embedded into the side leg. You have a hem at the bottom, but raw cut on the shirt. Incredible. The Alpha Layered hoodie is the perfect fall winter pump cover. It's a heavyweight terry fabric that's soft on the skin. You have elongated short sleeves. The performance tee that you love is back with a new logo, new colors. This is our Force core tee in carmine red. It's my favorite color. The final item is our Strike short that hits at the perfect length. You have a skinny waistband. I'm wearing a size medium instead of large, and it has the softest liner with the phone pocket. Sometimes Nala opens the door. When I don't lock it, she just like uses her nose and opens it. And the cat has been coming outside. Look at it. I see you. And he really likes being outside. So he almost like he either doesn't let me catch him or he does that. It's been wild owning Simba, finding Simba in this whole journey. But we just picked up groceries. I'm gonna show you quickly what I got, announce something pretty exciting. So let me unload these and show you. All right, so it's 8:20 in the morning. I'm currently at 3,800 steps. I like to get an early start today because my first meeting is at 9. Quick grocery haul because the power went out for a little bit yesterday and the food went bad and we had just restocked. Bro, what do you do with cats on the counter? Like, no. But quick grocery haul because my announcement, I am officially saying out loud, I'm on the road to 190 pounds. I'm currently 205, 207 pounds in the morning. So I'm looking to drop 15 to 17 pounds to get to a much better spot to then take on like a nice lean gaining phase. I'm not prepping for a competition, but I am wanting to get down to 190. As you guys know, I've got the Garmin watch. If you watched my last video, I'm now incorporating very low intensity cardio, just pretty much 6 times a week, daily jogging for about 30 minutes. Yesterday in 30 minutes, I finished 2.7 miles, which is like pretty good for me. But yeah, this is like some of the food I'm gonna be using to get to 190. I am on a new training program. I am on a new meal plan, and it's definitely new for me. So before I talk too much about that, I want to be sure I can get used to it, adopt to it, and that I actually like it. So yeah, let me show you very basic stuff. But one thing this new meal plan has been doing is veggies every single meal, like 2 cups of veggies essentially every single meal. So I'm just gonna saute these. I like that they're pre-cut, super easy. These boiled eggs, because every morning I've got like between 5 and 6 egg whites, and sometimes I don't feel like doing the liquid because it just tastes like a rubber. And with this salt, pepper, it's a little bit easier to get down. Some blueberries, watermelon. I've been on the like chicken thigh kick recently, but there's a lot more fat than in the chicken breast. So I'm planning today, I'm cooking like 1 and 1. Tomorrow, 1 and 1, and kind of mixing and matching the white and dark meat. Sweet potatoes, and that's really it. I'm gonna make some sweet potato mash in the oven. I've got like 35 minutes to make my meals for the day, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to it. I guess I'll show you breakfast, but it's pretty freaking simple, but I'll show you anyway. Also, they like love being outside here on the patio all morning, like every morning. And this is the first morning that the weather's been under 50 degrees this morning. It's already kind of warming up. He's hunting that bug. But yeah, they're pretty much always together, like in the same room, even though, what? You got a new friend. And he kind of hangs out like, there you go. Bro, cats are literally like freaking magicians. They just disappear. Simba. He's definitely adopting very well to this family. You are too, don't worry. Oh, yeah. The duo, Simba and Nala. Hey, I just said 205, but we actually hit a new low weigh-in. That's pretty dope. I'm going for about 15, negative 15 here. All right, breakfast, we have half a serving of peanut butter, which is about 7.5 grams of fat, 6 egg whites with salt, pepper, and 2 small handfuls of sauteed veggies. This past Saturday, I was in Las Vegas for the Olympia, and before going to prejudging and watching Classic Physique go on, I got breakfast with 3 friends of mine. Ben Francis from Gymshark, one of the founders of Gymshark, Noel, chief of brand from Gymshark, and Dom, who is owner of Raw. He's partners with Chris Bumstead on Raw. He has Revive. He's got like all the clinics that he's opened up. He's also like in his early 30s and has all of this going on and more businesses than I can even count. And it was just like a interesting, you know, everybody's friends of mine there, and I go so far back. Like Ben and I have known each other literally for a decade. Back when, if you guys are newer to the channel, like my dream when I had started my YouTube channel in 2012, all the way from 2012 to like 2013, 2014, was to get on the Gymshark team. It was a different time where like there was no fitness brands, there was no kind of online community brands, but when Gymshark popped up, you know, and they went to Body Power, and at the time I was like a very avid fitness YouTube watcher. Like I watched every single fitness YouTube video from like the OGs like Scooby, Scott Herman, Matt Ogus, like it was a smaller handful of people that would make videos, but back then I would literally watch every single video. Like I don't think there was one video that I missed from like that OG crew that kind of kicked off the fitness scene before I started even. Like I started in 2012. Some of these guys were even making videos like 2009, 2010, 2011. And those guys were my motivation to start my channel. Like because I just wanted to do what they were doing. And when I saw Matt August and Chris Lovato and, you know, Jeff Side and all that crew, like in the UK at this Gymshark event at Body Power, it was just like, man, I knew in my heart, I was like, that's what I want to do. That's where I want to be. I was in college at the time, and I was like, I need to get on the radar. And I'm kind of going to dive in a lot. I'm going to tell the whole story, might as well, because I'm already starting, and then I'll get to the point about this weekend where we got breakfast. But at that time, I was like, how can I get the attention? How can I get on the radar? And I would kind of order batches of clothes. I would order the stringers. I would order the shirts. And I would even order the stringers, even though at the time, like nobody I knew was wearing stringers. So I would actually wear a wife beater like underneath my stringer, and that's actually the photo that kind of hit it off for me, ironically. Like, I had a wife beater on and then a stringer on top, and I like took a picture and tagged Gymshark over and over again. I even did like a Gymshark haul unboxing, like a whole review of all the product that I had ordered, and it got their attention. So I got the opportunity to join the team at a small scale, like with the code, and eventually that led to travel opportunities, that led to me submitting a ton of content, a ton of photos, to the point where I kind of became the guy that, like, they would be pretty in the early stages, that they would almost like send the product, the early brand new product, purposely to, because they knew that they could rely on me actually like going out and getting a photographer, like just finding a location and getting images. And all of a sudden, like, I was part of the brand. I was on the website. I was on the big expo booths, like these major images of me and like pictures that I took right outside of my first gym. And those are all the pictures they would use and the content they'd use. And I got to travel the world with, like, I don't want people to forget this part of my life because it's such a pivotal, it has always been and will always be the most pivotal timeline for me, because once I kind of started, that was building my confidence up, and I was really on this streak of this YouTube. I was like, all right, I think I can, my coaching was kind of going. I was like, I think, you know, these opportunities are opening. I can't stay in school and I can't say yes to all these opportunities. I can't go to the UK. I can't go to Germany to the FIBO Expo. I can't, and I was getting tastes of it because my first time I traveled with them, I like had a line of people that wanted to talk to me in a different country. And I was just like, I have to do this. Like, there's no doubt about it. This is what I want to do. Like, I can't believe my videos I'm making in Sugar Land, Texas are reaching people out here in the UK. Like, what? And that led to me fully dropping out. That led to me, you know, really committing to my journey. Then I remember even the early stages, like I had mentioned, like, man, guys, I want to do it. I want to do it. I want to start my own thing one day. Like, I really like this model. And like, that led to me eventually starting Alphalete. And, you know, it was such a big chunk of my life where I'm so incredibly grateful, because without that, I don't know if I'd be doing what I'm doing today. But fast forward to this weekend, that's a little backstory, right, of what Gymshark kind of means to me. And Noel, one of the guys at breakfast, is the guy that came to Houston, and back then he was like, I think he was a contracted videographer, and like kind of like a little production team. So it was him and another guy that came to Houston to film my Gymshark athlete video. So we woke up at 5 a.m. We like did the whole morning routine, alarm, waking up out of bed, you know, all the morning sunrise shots, a drone shot of me in the I-8 driving to my gym. Like, we told the whole story. And then we got Steve Cook involved. And for me, like, Steve Cook coming to Houston to film a Gymshark thing with me was, to my gym, was like, what life am I living? Right, so that's how Noel ties into this story. He's now the chief of brand at Gymshark, and Ben ties into the story. He was one of the co-founders, and he and I just got super close over the years of traveling in different cities, and like, we just got really close, hanging out, going to Nando's. Like, very, very organic, I would say, was the relationship. That was before their crazy headquarters and before like things were really like blowing up, and some of the best memories I've got. So and then Dom, I know Dom through Chris Bumstead, when I would travel to Florida to go visit. Dom is obviously like, he's a major leading force in the business, and all the businesses. So he's just like a machine, man. This guy, like, it's so impressive. And after, like, during breakfast, we're all catching up and stuff. Like, Ben's got kids now, Dom has a baby now, like, and just kind of catching up with everybody. But through that normal life kind of chat and conversation, like, and then we went to the expo. We all got a Uber, went to the expo. We watched prejudging, so we saw Chris going on stage and stuff. And they're friends at the core, but it's so cool to be able to come back to Houston and just feel fired the fuck up. Hearing, you know, something as simple as like Ben, who's built the, you know, Gymshark to what it really is now, him saying like, oh yeah, I'm still go to the office. I still have an hour commute, but I drive to the office every single day. And in my head, I'm like, fuck. Some days I'm like, oh, I'm gonna work from home, or I'm gonna take my morning kind of slow. I'll join on Zoom and I'll come in the office. But I know in my heart, like, no, right now I need to be in here. I need to be giving my 150% to my team, to my people, to everything. And just like, though we didn't like dive in more to like work stuff in that conversation, it's just like something as small as hearing he's still doing that every single day, you know, when I've kind of in my mind, I'm obviously beating myself up way harder than I maybe should, but I'm like, God, I'm letting off the gas. Like they're, you know, we're talking just, I'm asking about what they have next, and I hear all this expansion and, you know, I'm not going to spoil anything they have coming, but it's just wild where they're going. And then hearing Dom, like, you know, come in, and he's just like so experienced. He's sold companies, he's done this, he's growing raw like crazy. It's just like it's all a wild group of breakfast table people, right? And in that table, I feel like the small fry, and it shouldn't, I don't like it, but it puts things into perspective and kind of realigns. Fuck, you know, there's a lot of work to still do. And just seeing like I think what inspires me most from hanging out with them is like the calm demeanor that they have. Because a lot of times when you meet people that are doing very well and stuff, they're kind of like, and I used to be very much like this, sort of all over the place, sort of like interrupting you in the middle of a sentence, or this or that, or their brain's going too quick and they can't really get their thoughts across because they're just kind of like trying to dominate a conversation. But these guys are literally the opposite of that. And it's so cool to see, like, I don't know. Sometimes when I was in my 20s, I would start thinking like, oh my gosh, if I have a kid, I can't wait to have a kid. But if I do have a kid, it might like kind of start slowing me down, or like I won't be able to really do everything I got to do, whatever. And seeing like that they're already there and like they're operating at even a higher and higher and higher level, and hiring the right people, hiring the right teams, allocating and stuff. And I'm sure they have their problems internally, like all of us do, and their headaches internally. Because another takeaway here is don't ever assume everyone's got it perfect, because nobody actually has it perfect. There's always problems that I have, that they're gonna have, that are just different. But just as a whole view, like a holistic takeaway from that Saturday was just like, fuck, I'm fired up, I'm ready. Like I'm gonna just I'm ready to push on the gas. And I think that's what good people around you can do to you. So even if it's not at the table with the Raw and Gymshark guys and Alphalete, and Heidi was there as well, like if it's not that, it could be somebody in your circle or somebody in your city, somebody that you kind of like know from afar that's doing very well, or somebody even at a smaller, like in your office, at your work, somebody there that's doing well. They're on a good path. They're showing up on time. They're like getting, you know, pay raises, or they're jumping, they're increasing their job role. They're moving up. Like, try to just be around that. Don't be around the pessimists. Don't be around the individuals that are kind of just staying where they are and kind of getting comfortable, or this, or talking shit, or kind of nagging. Or try to be around people like that. And even if it's every once in a while, like whenever you can, that little breakfast kind of fired me up for the next year. You know what I mean? And it can take so little to take away. And yeah, that's my message. So try to surround yourself with people that are doing better than you. Find people that can do that for you. So yeah, and if you can't find people that are doing that for you, then you better wake up, because you ain't the shit. There's people that are doing it bigger and better and smarter and faster than you. So try to find who those people are and look at it in a way of like, damn, I need to get on top of my shit even more, because that's how I feel right now. So just wanted to share that little story. I'm about to go and shoot like my last minute reels and try on haul, all this kind of stuff for this launch coming up on Saturday. Hopefully you already saw the intro clip where I went over everything in like 60 or probably 90 seconds. But yeah, thought I'd share. We're gonna go inside, and I will see y'all in a bit.
Sorry.
There's Cecilia here. We got Isaac. We got CJ. I didn't know we had a whole crew. I thought I was just doing like a little YouTube clip, but I guess this will be pretty well produced.
Did you post it? That was I need to send this.
Yeah.
So just make sure that's cool.
Oh yeah,
That's good.
Force pant. Stripe short. What are you telling me to do?
For frequency, just do 5-minute videos to keep it super engaging.
So Juan, for the longest time, helped me with this YouTube channel like dramatically for the last year and a half. Like all of 2023, Juan, all leading up to like July was Juan. And now that I'm solo venturing this YouTube channel and this little vlog camera, right? He's over here working at Alphalete trying to give me critiques on my videos. I'm like, no bro, this video's not done. I still need to film a lot more and keep the video going. But then I end up with like 30, 40 minute videos and he's saying—
And you're editing it too, so you're making it hard for yourself.
I am, but he's advising me to what?
Stick to 5-minute videos.
Five?
5-minute videos.
5 minutes?
And if maybe like 7 if it's a really long topic.
7 minutes?
Like end cap. You've always done 30-minute videos too, right?
Maybe 12?
No, 5 to 7.
Y'all can blast them in the comments, but pretty much I'm gonna more frequency, shorter videos is maybe something I could try, but I don't know about 7 minutes. But regardless, we just filmed the whole try-on for this launch. I'm super excited about this launch because it's actually the first launch in a while that we are going to be including men and women back together. If I'm being honest, in pretty much over the past 12 to 18 months, we got away from that. We started splitting men and women because we felt that, if I'm being really honest, we hired our men's design team, our women's design team, and just like having new hires and different visions for men and women and getting them to really try to work together was causing some friction and like unalignment and stuff. So that comboed with the fact that I felt that women were just over dominating the men on the Instagram and like on the website and the product in like 2022, it was all just like amplify, and men were kind of getting drowned out. In my head, I was like, okay, maybe this is the perfect time to try splitting the launches. So to try splitting, more frequent launches for Alphalete, but we'll do just a women's one. And we'll only shoot women for that. Then we'll do just the men's one. And that's what we've done all year. But if I'm being honest, what's happened is that it's kind of made the launches not as big of moments like Alphalete started, and it's honestly impacted the company pretty heavily in not a good way. So this is actually our first drop back. What you'll see is like women, so they have their own color palette, their own items. Men have their own color palette. It still kind of overarchingly feels cohesive, and the team is super excited. All the athletes are pumped. The staff is pumped to have everything back together. And so that's what you'll be seeing from Alphalete moving forward. Will be 2025, 6 launches, bigger, combined. And I think we were also missing the whole point of like, we have a lot of couples, dating, married couples that follow Alphalete. And like, if you're kind of dividing up men, women, it can be harder to like, kind of get everybody on the website at one time and kind of make purchases together. So I think that's a huge element I just didn't think about when I made the call to make them independent. So that's a little learning lesson. I thought I would share that with you all. A little business insight. I'm really hoping for what I'm going to consider a successful launch is cover the cost of product in 72 hours, right? It's a little bit different than I used to do in the past, but I feel like that's a very good gauge. And just going into this weekend, that is my hope. So I always share a lot. Some say I share too much, but I think that's a pretty good metric, a healthy metric that I'm going to be shooting for. In future videos, we can talk about if we hit it or not, and kind of we will go from there. Keep you all along for the journey. As always, thank you. Like the video. Go check the launch out. We'll see you later. Sorry, Juan, it's 15 minutes.
That talk was like 4 minutes, so this might be impossible.